a domain that Aurobindo called supramental, and Terre de Chardin, which you have been introduced by Dr. Drouin, called crystal sphere. Beautiful name, because crystals are depictions of perfect geometry, and in that sphere, the creatures that live are archetypes. They are characterized by this perfection. So the ancient religions all recognized this. Isn't that amazing? They said, look at the subtle bodies, but out of the subtle bodies, you should look specially at those subtle bodies which are virtuous, practicing which makes you virtuous. Like love. You practice love, guess what? You will have a virtue. What does that mean? Every time you love someone, you feel that you are God. That's what it means. Try it. It's really fascinating. But you have to go through love through samadhi. If you go through love through just thinking, or if you go through love as just a brain thing, molecules of emotions, as wonderful as they are, not to be denigrated, sex is a wonderful experience. Molecules of emotions, endorphins are released, and we feel great. But these rishis have a little bit of experience with it, and quantum physics especially, with which I have a lot of experience, says that the real love is love when you experience it through a quantum leap. Unconditional love. You love, but no conditioning. No conditions imposed. That's the love of the sage. That's the love that is archetypal. And it is that love that gives us access to that oneness. So the lessons are of quantum physics, of everyday living, is to concentrate on this creativity, creative process. Now, of course, I should go a little bit to my talk. My talk was not supposed to be what you should be doing. My talk was also about integrative medicine. But you know what? Let's apply this to how we can become quantum doctor in our daily life. So how do we manifest creativity? Once we understood the creative process, let's call them by modern names. What Patanjali called dharana, simple, just a meditation technique, in modern time we call it preparation. We prepare. Part of it is dharana. Part of it we learn to concentrate. Without concentration, we cannot even read a book. Have you tried reading a book without concentration? You'd have no understanding. You won't be able to remember a thing. You just went through the motion, but you won't remember. So focusing the mind, concentration, is very vitally important for preparation. To listen to a lecture, you've got to attend. Attentive. What did Dr. Newton say? Attention is the key. Right? That brings up the collapse. That starts the thing. Attention. Focused attention. Preparation. We listen to lectures, we read books, we read research papers, we learn everything about love. We read romance novels even. Who knows what will give us a hint? We read the great treatises, Kalidasa, Shakespeare, we read all of that. Still, do we know about love? No. As I said, we don't know. You cannot know until you have taken the quantum leap. We have some ideas of behavior, preparation. And then quantum physics says a very, very interesting thing. This is the part where really, as modern scientists, we can be proud of discovering quantum physics. This dhyana, look at this process of dhyana. Have you seen a guy meditating in dhyana? In concentration meditation, you can tell the guy is doing something. I'm sitting, I'm doing this, I'm breathing regularly. Obviously, I'm doing something. Awareness meditation is nothing like that. Nothing like that. You cannot tell if I'm meditating or not. I might be doing anything. In awareness meditation, you can just look at the sky in an empty way, and it's still meditation if you are aware, if you are mindful. The clouds passing by, people walking by, sounds being sounded, and birds chirping, and your mind talking. You're just aware, like a witness. And nobody can tell you're meditating. You don't have to have a special posture. You can be like this, you can be like that, you can be like this, you can be like this. Whatever you want. Awareness. Modern time, we also call it just simple relax. 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 Relaxation. So concentration, relaxation. Another name, very good name, do and be. Do, action, right? Concentration. Be, nothing. Doing nothing. What happens if we do nothing? This is the part, pay attention to the words and then do nothing. But while I'm teaching you this, please pay attention. This is crucial. What happens when we do nothing? The fundamental to quantum worldview is the idea, remember yesterday, that all experiences come from potentialities. We have 4 kinds of potentialities, and all of our experiences come from collapsing each of these potentialities. Physical potentiality is just one of them, matter, and then we have energies, vital energies, we have the mental meaning, and we have the archetypal values. These are the potentialities, right? And there are waves of possibility. This is the great quantum insight. These potentialities are waves of possibility. Throw a wave in a pond. Imagine that you are throwing a pebble in a pond and creating a wave. What happens? Bigger and bigger circles of water waves, right? Waves don't stand still. They expand. They spread. What does that mean? If the wave of possibility has been created in your mind and you are not doing anything to it, the wave will expand and expand and expand, becoming bigger and bigger pool of possibility. Do you see that? A wave will expand, electron was here, but electron is expanding. And what does that mean? It has now the possibility of being everywhere in the room. So you start with an idea. Oh, love must be, let's see, giving her a present. I'll buy her a necklace tomorrow and she will love me back. Idea. You put that in your unconscious and then do nothing about it. Tomorrow comes and you don't buy the necklace. What happens? The idea is still there. It will proliferate, becoming bigger and bigger pools of possibility, and other possibilities will come in. Maybe it's not the necklace she wants. Maybe something else. Maybe your smile that she prefers more. Maybe it's the idea that you are available to protect her, to defend her. Maybe it's your time that she wants. All these potentialities that you have ignored before. It's always necklace. That's what she likes. Indian women likes gold, even Western women. That's a condition. If you wait, more possibilities. Maybe it's something else. That's the idea of doing nothing. If we sit quietly, just this very simple thing, sit quietly, Now do you see why we just say meditation? Because meditation is often identified with the sitting quietly. So we put that one word, meditation, to describe both dharana and dhyana. But they are very different. Dharana actually is work, focused work. And it does not have to be meditation. It could be reading, it could be listening, it could be anything. Remember, in another way of saying Shravana and Manana, Shravana is listening, Manana is thinking, contemplating. Right? And they both could be part of what we call meditation. But they're very different, dharana and dhyana. Preparation and relaxing. Do and be. So the whole idea of creativity boils down to this learning, this doing and being. And there is one more trick. You have to do and be not in a linear process. What did Dr. Newton say? Non-linearity. You have to bring in the idea that causes can come from the past, they can also come from the future. They can come from the future. And that non-linearity you have to inject in the process. When you inject that non-linearity, don't go linearly step by step. Dharana, then dhyana, preparation, then incubation, but come back to again and again to dharana. Because otherwise what happens if you sit quietly for a long time, you lose all focusing. You're not focused on your problem anymore. You're not focused on love anymore. You have gone back to your day-to-day stuff. What's cooking tonight? Instead of how do I love? So in order to stay in the problem, you have to bring in focusing again, and again you have to get to relaxing. Do and be and do and be, I call it do-be-do-be-do. This is a Frank Sinatra jingle that became quite popular. Do, be, do, be, do. Alternate doing and being. So a quantum worldview, quantum doctor has to bring this idea of do, be, do into his or her being in order to get to the state of quantum health, creative healing. That's the trick of creative integral medicine. And then, once you get the healing insight, once you get the loving insight, how do I love? I manifest that insight. So if I get the insight that she is really a person just like I am a person, what do? I start respecting this person. What she says is important. Vice versa, what he says is important. Just as men don't listen to women, women don't listen to men either. Have you noticed? But now we learn to listen to the other. We respect. But that respect has to be practiced. Just this idea that you should respect does not do it. That respect has to be manifested into yourself. And it takes time. Not easy. Not easy to take another person seriously. We take ourselves so seriously that it is extremely hard to take another person seriously unless we put the person on a pedestal. Can you take me seriously if I'm not sitting on the podium? That's the challenge. If you can, great. You have learned. So what these quantum leaps do tell us, we have to manifest in our being. When we do that, then we have understood the creative process, and then it's just a matter of doing it again and again and again to learn the archetypes, one of which is wholeness, and that's the one we concentrate in health and healing. So let's go into, I hope I'm not overdoing this. Can I go until 2? Is that okay? Okay. So what does alternative medicine practitioners do? I hope all of you have been to a homeopath, to a Ayurvedic, to even Reiki. How many of you have done Reiki? Yes? Great, good, a few. This is an interesting experience, because people are not doing anything. They rub their palm, and they may not even see it. Their palms are so active that they don't need to rub their palm frequently like we do. I do. I have to, if I have to get healing hands, I have to rub my palm. And then I make a little bit of gap in it. Do it, you will see. You will see what I mean. Rub your palm. It's very easy to experience vital energy, by the way. Make a little gap. Feel the tingle? Yes? Do it again. If you don't feel the tingle, do it again. Make a little gap. Feel the tingle? If you don't feel it, start doing like this. Rotate the palms. Anti-clockwise, clockwise doesn't matter so much. And now do you feel the tingle? If you still don't feel it, bring the palm like this. This is why Jesus shows up like this in Rio de Janeiro. Very impressive picture. This. Who else used to do like that? Jawaharlal Nehru always used to spread his arms like this. He knew. This gives vitality, enormous sign of vitality, because the palms are now active. Right? Tingle. Yes? Now bring them back in the Namaskara Mudra. So what is Namaskara to Indians? Do you see what we are doing? Do you see? Vital energy? In the heart. We do Namaskara in the heart chakra.